Welcome to the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Reynolds. This is Season 4, Episode 23 of the podcast. The topic of this week's newsletter is Canva for Education. I will provide you with a lot of resources, how to get signed up, how to change from a free account to an education account, and demonstrate how to invite students, push out an assignment, and return the assignment to students. In TikTok Tech, Jordan Cotton from @CottonTechCoach has a video demonstrating the Google extension GRTF. It's an extension that will help you create rich text formatting on websites like Google Forms and Twitter when there is no option for rich text formatting. In Tech Refresh, @MacRumors on TikTok will demonstrate the new feature to Mac and iPad OS called Universal Control, which will allow you to control up to 2 other devices with your Mac's one keyboard and mouse. We've got a lot to get to, so let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in. I am really excited this week to talk about Canva for Education. I've talked about it before on a previous episode of the podcast and newsletter, but I want to really kind of dive into it a little bit more and show you how to get yourself signed up and show you a little trick if you have already signed up for the free Canva account, how you can change over to your educator account and get essentially Canva Pro for free as an educator. But first, let's talk TikTok Tech. In TikTok Tech, Jordan Cotton from @CottonTechCoach has a rich text extension called G_RTF. That is the Google extension that you'll use. And what it is it's a rich text format that you can use to create rich text in any website that doesn't have rich text editing, meaning you can't bold, italicize, underline, some of those features. For example, Google Forms, Twitter, some of those websites that you would like to maybe bold or italicize something or underline to stress it. This rich text extension will allow you to do those things. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. I've got it here in TikTok Tech. You can see you select the text first, then you right click on the selected text, mouse over format under the rich text editor, select the format type that you want, and then you are going to paste it over the top of what you selected. So let's show you how this works in Google Forms. So I'm in the Google form and I want to format this word right up here, untitled question. So I highlight this, I right click, I go down to the extension that is installed. I'm going to go to this one here and choose this font. So I've copied it. Now I'm going to go up here, I'm going to paste. And now it has changed untitled question to that rich text. Now, if I want to change my answers down here, I can do the same thing. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go down to the extension that's here. And this time, let's bold. I'm going to paste. And now it has bolded option number 1. Super easy. The extension is up here. You can learn more if you click on it. Make sure you can see it there and that it's installed. In the newsletter, there is a link to the Google extension right down here that you can click on and install the extension and then do some rich text formatting in Google Forms or Twitter or any other place that you don't have the ability to create rich text. Next, let's talk Tech Refresh. In Tech Refresh this week, since the new update 15.4.1 recently came out for the iPad, that now has created universal control. So if you don't know what universal control is, you should definitely check it out if you are a Mac user. What it allows you to do is it allows you to use one keyboard and mouse on your MacBook or on your Mac computer and control your iPad or multiple iPads and computers that you have set up next to you. So there's a video here from @MacRumors that you can watch that will show you and demonstrate how it works. The only way for me to really demonstrate it is if I had a secondary video of using my phone to record my computer and my iPad, but it does work. I've tried it. All of your devices need to be on the latest operating system. So if you don't have your computer on the latest Mac OS and you don't have your iPad on the latest iPad OS, this won't work. They also need to be logged in to the exact same Apple ID. So what you need to do, again, go to your Apple menu in System Preferences, go to Display, and make sure that you click Universal Control button and turn that on. Now this is different than having it plugged in Sidecar. That's not what this is. This is Universal Control. You are actually using your mouse to control your iPad, not as an external secondary display. So go ahead and watch this. Watch the video that @MacRumors has. It'll walk you through the steps. If you click on the Apple logo here with my little Bitmoji, it will take you to the support article from Apple, and it will tell you exactly how to set up universal control. This is the help article for universal control. So if you just go through and read, it'll walk you through all of the steps that will help you turn on the universal control. It's really awesome. I tried it. It kind of blew my mind a little bit that it works and how seamless it works and how easy it works if everything is all up to date and you have the same Apple ID. Let's get into the main part of the newsletter this week, and that is Canva for Education. If you're not a Canva user, I can't stress enough how much I recommend you get on the Canva bandwagon, because it is some of the most amazing graphic design software. Even the free version, not even the paid version or the K through 12 teacher version, but the free version is just so amazing. All the free templates that they have, but now put on top of that the fact that educators can get this Canva, basically the pro version, for free. And what this then does is it gives your students access to all of these tools for free as well. It's amazing. You can set up multiple classes. So if you teach secondary, you can have classes, different Canva classes for each one of the classes that you teach. If you have elementary, you can have one class, or if you want them to have multiple classes for math or language arts or science, you can certainly set up multiple classes for that too. Canva doesn't care. You can have one set up for professional development or any of the committees that you are on. All of this stuff, administration can have one. Anybody who is in K through 12 education gets a free account to Canva that they can use. So what happens when you have the free Canva for Education account? Some of the great features are you can set up your classroom space, invite students. Again, students get it for free. You can manage lessons because it ties right into your learning management system. You can create activities, projects, and it all takes place right in your class in Canva. You have access to thousands of high quality educational templates, every subject, every grade, every ability level. Kids who are high flyers can really take off and make Canva anything that they want to. Students who may not be as high flyers, just want to get their work done, great. They can just kind of stick with the basics of what Canva has. It really fits any ability level. There are millions of premium images that you can create and filter down, which are amazing. You've got tons of fonts, graphics, videos, animation, music. And the latest update that recently came out to Canva allows you to, when you add music, you can add sound effects, you can cut music, you can clip it. It just has a whole new music type of studio available for you to edit when you're making movies. You can upload school logos and fonts. You can create personalized color palette. You can add your Bitmoji and GIFs to personalize your work. And there are all kinds of different other plugins that work within Canva. Now, what this newsletter and podcast and video is going to be, it's more about getting you set up and started with Canva for Education. This isn't going to be a Canva demonstration. It's more to provide you resources to get you started building, getting logged into Canva and building your classes and getting your base set up so you can try out the Canva for Education and just get started with it to see the possibilities. And you can dig deeper into it if you want to, because there are some YouTube playlists that I have here in the newsletter this week. So to get started, at the very top, it says Canva for Education, which is the subject header. This is where you can go ahead and link and check out the Canva for Education website. Let's get started here. If you do not have a Canva account, then this is exactly where you're going to start. You're going to click on the sign up button and you're going to get signed up. You can honestly get signed up for Canva in less than 5 minutes. I had a teacher earlier this year who I went in to help the students get started with a project. She hadn't even signed up to get the kids started for Canva. Within 5 minutes, she had signed up. We had invited the kids, and within 10 minutes, they were all logged in and off and running. So literally within 10 minutes, you can get signed up and the kids can get moving. But I do recommend you kind of doing it ahead of time to get that set up and not trying to do it within 10 minutes. But very simple. You can head here. You can learn more about it. There is a bunch of overview information here on the Canva for Education website. You can see this is the overview page. There is some information for students, learning management system integrations, social emotional learning information, case studies based on users of education in Canva, and stuff for educator creation. Let's look at some of the Canva for Education resources that I have linked at the bottom of the newsletter. The first one that I have is the design blog for education. When you click on it, this blog is both for students and for teachers. And you'll see as you go through here, there are various articles, and it's kind of broken up, teachers on the top, students underneath that, but different articles to app smash Canva with other applications that you might use in your classroom. For example, the first article here at the top of the page, Pear Deck and Canva join forces. As you scroll down a little bit farther, there are latest articles for teachers, how Canva works with Flipgrid, Canva working with Wiser to make worksheets more interactive. We've got Canva making designs with ThingLink, you've got that available, and stunning graphics for your teacher blog or website that you might have. Just under that, you have some of the latest articles for students, how teaching students what resumes should look like. Again, we've got this down here, making worksheets look a little bit more interactive and engaging. If you click on the See All button, it's actually going to take you to the student blog, and that is the next resource that I have in my newsletter. The next resource that I have is the inspiration blog for students. So if you click on the second resource under the Canva for Education resources, it will take you to the Canva for Students blog. And what is available here is the free template library. And here are some of the top templates that students are using right now. Some of the presentation templates, infographics, posters. And as you move down here, there are some articles and other templates that will help jumpstart student creativity using Canva. And again, the students get the free version of Canva, so they don't have to just work on assignments that you push out to them. They can use the resource to build their own websites, resumes, presentations, videos, all of the things. They can just use the tools that are in Canva to their best ability. If you scroll down farther, there are some study templates. There shows students how to collaborate together with group work. Underneath that, some group work templates, presentation templates, and then also some other tips and resource articles to really help students. 20 eye-catching ideas for study notes, 30 photo collages to make your friends laugh and cry. So there are a lot of other tips and resources and not just templates for students to really help enhance things that they might be creating for life after high school or things that they are creating for the class. The next two resources I have are YouTube playlists. The first one is the Canva for Education playlist, and the next one is Canva for Students playlist. I'm not going to take you out to the YouTube playlist and show you what that looks like, but I'm just going to tell you what is in the playlist. In the Canva for Students playlist, the videos are getting started, how to complete an assignment, how to collaborate, how to search and edit within Canva, how to upload and edit, how to record yourself, how to add and style text, how to edit photos, how to add animations, and how to use the app. If you aren't comfortable, you're just a new user to Canva yourself, but you want to really get started using Canva, I would push out Canva for Student playlist on YouTube for your students and have them watch each one of the videos to really get them started using the software. You can also watch it with them and learn yourself. You are essentially a student learning Canva for the first time. It's a great resource. Most of the videos are very short, I would say 3 to 5 minutes, and it really gives you a nice overview and helps you get started using Canva for Education. The next playlist that I tied in here is just the Canva for Education YouTube playlist, and there are only 3 videos on here. There's how to design daily agendas, how to engage students with presentations, and how to flip learning with talking presentations. These videos are a little bit longer. I would say they're somewhere from 5 to 8 minutes long. Those are the YouTube playlists that are available. So some nice resources. Canva has a ton of other videos on their YouTube channel that you can use and work with to learn more about the platform. But those are 2 of the playlists that I thought were kind of most important to really get you started using Canva. Also, if you are on TikTok, there are a ton of resources on TikTok for you to watch. There are a lot of users that are creating content and showing you some of the cool features on Canva. Canva also has their own TikTok page that you can follow, but I have it linked there in the newsletter under the resources. The last thing that I want to show you before I get into the demonstration of how to get your class up and running are the eligibility guidelines. This is the eligibility page if you want to get signed up for a Canva for Education account and already have your own Canva account. If you don't have a Canva account already, you can use the Canva for Education site and get signed up from there. If you already have one here, the eligibility guidelines, make sure you're logged into Canva. Go down here, click Sign Up Now. It will open up your Canva account, and then right here is where you can say Get Started. And if you say Get Started, you fill in your information, and it'll take them a little bit of time to verify that your information is correct, but you fill out these 2 pages worth of information to verify that you are a K-12 educator, and then they will give you free access to the Canva for Education account. This is already if you have a Canva account and you want to roll it over into Canva for Education. If you don't have an account, just go ahead and use the Canva for Education site to get signed up. Let's get started showing you how to get your class set up and how to invite students into your Canva for Education class. So what you'll see is on the left-hand side, you'll see the class that is currently opened and that you currently have available for students. And this is the site if you want to start to create assignments for students. You would click on this class here, and then down at the bottom, it will show you some of the designs that you've already pushed out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of my empty classes and get started from there. To change classes, you click on the little drop down in the top left corner. Once you've clicked on the drop down in the top left corner, you just want to click on the class that you need to add students to. So I'm going to click on my class. Now it'll show me any of the recent designs that I might have created for the class. I need to actually go to the class. Then I'm going to click on people, and down here is where I can invite class members for free. So what you want to make sure of is that since your account is K through 12, that you have access to your learning management system. So there's 3 different ways that you can invite students to Canva for education. You can send them an invitation link, you can send them an invitation code, or you can import from Google Classroom. So if I click import from Google Classroom, the fourth option is to enter their email address. I'm going to import from Google Classroom. It asks me to log into my Google Classroom email account. I'm going to click the class that I want to pull students from. I'm clicking the class, I click import, and then down at the bottom, it will populate the email address for the student. I'm going to click send invitations, and now invitations have been sent. And if you scroll down a little bit farther, you will see the people that have been invited to my class. So what happens next is the students need to go to their email address and they need to accept that invitation. Students will get an email like this that says you have been invited to a class. They'll click on join the class. What you need to make sure of is the students can't sign up any other way. They need to sign up with Google. If they sign up another way, it might kick them an error. So if they click sign up with Google, they will log in with the credentials from the email address. And once they get logged in, they should get confetti that pops up and says, congratulations, you have been enrolled in so-and-so's class. And then over on the left-hand side is where the class will show up. So they click on the class and they'll be able to see any designs that have been created for them to work with. Now that your students are all signed up, let me show you how to just create a quick account and link it to Google Classroom and how the students will actually interact with that assignment. So over on the left-hand side, I've chosen my class. I'm in the Designs tab. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to click Create Design. I get a whole bunch of suggestions. I'm going to choose a worksheet. Over on the left-hand side, it's going to populate a bunch of templates. I'm just going to pick a template for quickness sake. From here, on the top right-hand corner, I'm going to click Share. And now, this is where I can choose to link it to Google Classroom, or I can create an assignment. I'm going to click Google Classroom. From here, I'm going to click Continue. Now a little pop-up comes up. I'm going to choose the class that I want to send the assignment to, choose the action that I want to create, choose Go, give it a title, and then everything that I would normally do in Google Classroom, I do in here as well. I'm also going to pick a topic, and when I'm ready, I click Assign, and it's going to push that assignment out to my students in Google Classroom. Let me show you what it looks like from the student perspective. So I'm in Google Classroom as a student. Here's my assignment worksheet. I'm going to view the assignment. I'm going to click on the template. I want to use the template. I complete the assignment as the student, and then when I'm all ready to go, in the top right-hand corner, like I would if I'm using a Google Doc and I want to turn it in, I have here Send to Teacher. I choose the teacher that I want to send it to. It tells me that the assignment has been sent and that I am awaiting feedback, and you can also see in the top right-hand corner that I am awaiting feedback. In my Google Classroom, I can choose to mark as done, which is probably helpful for the teacher so that they know that it's done, but they will see it in their Canva dashboard. So now that I'm in my Canva dashboard, I know the assignment has been turned in because the students marked it as done in Google Classroom. I come here to Canva, I click on my classwork folder, and right here is the information from the student that they have completed the assignment. I can go ahead and review the assignment. And then in here, I can add comments to the assignment, or I can also edit the assignment and give feedback as I see necessary. Once I'm done reviewing it, I click on the top and I click Review, and I can send feedback to the student and return the assignment back to the student. Then I can go back into Google Classroom and I can assign the student a grade, and I'm all set. One last thing that you can do in Google Classroom, if you want to add a class or work with your class, click on the little gear in the top right corner. This is where you'll find your account details. So over on the left-hand side, you can see this is the name of my class. So here are the class details. I can edit the name if I want to. I can provide a description. I can delete the class if I don't want to have the class anymore. I can see the people that are involved, any LMS connections that I might need or have. If I want to create a new class, I go here to Billing and Accounts. And right in here is where I can create a new class. So I click on Create New Class, I put in the name of my class, and I can then start all over by connecting it to my Google Classroom or inviting students from some other manner. This is a very quick way to demonstrate how to create classes, get signed up for Canva for Education, create a class, invite students to the class, create an assignment, grade that assignment, a very quick demonstration of how this works. If you need step-by-step walkthroughs, down at the bottom I have some step-by-step walkthroughs that I have created on how to add students to Canva, how to create a new class in Canva, and how students log into Canva themselves. If you click on any of these walkthrough directions, you'll be taken to this directions here, and it will take you step-by-step with screenshots about how to add students to Canva from Google Classroom. So you can see as you click through here, there's some descriptions and information showing you exactly what you need to click on and telling you exactly what you need to click on. The video that you see over here on the side is just a quick 3-4 minute demonstration about how to start designing using Canva. Just a nice introductory video if you are not familiar at all with Canva. But I hope that you found the information about Canva for Education helpful and how to get started using Canva in your class. Again, not to show you all of the bells and whistles that are available, but really just how to get yourself and your students started on the process of using Canva in your classroom. That's it for this episode of the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I really appreciate you listening to the podcast or watching the video version on YouTube because I know your time is valuable. Please check out the resources for getting started with Canva for Education, and please check out all of the resources for getting signed up, adding students to your class, and how to create assignments in a Google Classroom. Also, don't forget the YouTube playlist to help you and your students get started designing. In TikTok Tech, Jordan Cotton from @CottonTechCoach has a great video demonstrating the Google extension GRTF on how to create rich text in places it isn't normally available. In Tech Refresh, @MacRumors on TikTok demonstrates the new feature in the latest Apple update called Universal Control. For more EdTech resources, you can follow me on social media. You'll find me on Twitter @ReynoldsTroy, on Instagram and TikTok @EdNewsstand. If you're listening on any podcast platform and would like to hear more, please like and subscribe to receive updates and have any new episode automatically downloaded for you. You can also revisit my previous episodes on any major podcasting platform like Spotify, Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or Google Podcasts. You can also check out the video version of my podcast over on my YouTube channel and check out any of the other video resources I have available. If you'd like to download my app to have my podcast and newsletters right on your smart device, please check it out at ednewsstand.glideapp.io and save it to your home screen. If you don't want the app but would like to check out my resources, please visit my website at ednewsstand.weebly.com. This is Troy Reynolds, and this is the Ed Newsstand Podcast, hoping you were able to take away at least one idea for your classroom. Please be safe. Until next time.